Cheaters are the most heartless, cruel people on the planet. How can someone change from a religious, loving person into a cruel, narcissistic psychopath? My STBXW is refusing to leave and is dug in like a tick. I'm starting to struggle with sleep, something I've never experienced. Last night I managed to doze off only to be woke up by her talking on the phone at 2 a.m. I'm definitely going to have to make a freeloading roommate agreement or something. God, I wish she would go away. Update: when I got home from work, I told her, the next time you wake me up talking on the phone, I will get a court order to shut your phone off. She responded with fear in her voice that it will not happen again. I actually got some sleep last night. Thank God. Update: I was doing okay for a few days and I had to print my screenshots. Looking back 3 days ago, I was doing okay. I had to print out screenshots of my STBXW texts with her AP. It's about 300 pics and it took me 2 days. I'm now back to square one and I haven't slept for 2 nights. I'm just going to mention one part of my horrific story. My STBXW of 25 years had to have major neck surgery. I'm talking about removing her vertebrae and replacing them with a metal cage. Major neck surgery that I paid for and was her caregiver for almost 2 years. She was bedridden for 12 months. When she healed from the surgery, she'd cheated with this lawyer $1. In the text they talk about how he choked her. I can't begin to explain how much that hurts me. Update: I finally called the other betrayed. It's not easy finding someone's cell number these days, but I got lucky. A friend of a friend was nice enough to help me. She took it well but was surprised. She packed all of his stuff and put it outside and changed the locks. With any luck, my STBXW of 25 years will be moving in with the human stain AP lawyer real soon. I'm praying for this so hard. Now for the messed up part. You know how a lot of people on here say get an STD test? Well, it turns out Mr. AP has an STD. Now I'm worried that I got it too. It's the kind that stays with you forever. The gift that keeps on giving. Hopefully, God will spare me that horrible STD. I only had time with her one time after her affair started, but that's all it takes. To be clear, I never touched the STBXW after D-Day. But before I knew she was cheating, we had time at least once. It's the cold sore kind, but in STD form. I'm an idiot and way too good of a person. I called my STBXW and told her that her new lover has an STD. Of course, she doesn't believe me. What an idiot. Edit: I'm referring to herpes. I tried to post this 3x before and it was deleted by the modbots. I thought it was because I used the word herpes, but I was probably cussing or something. Update: my STBXW of 25 years ran away. Her AP broke up with her and she got fired. She started talking to some guy from FB nonstop for 4 days. She said I'll be back in a few days and drove 2 states away to live with him. This complete stranger is her new roommate. She also ghosted her only friend. Her friend had no idea about this new AP. I'm not going to lie, I'm worried about her. She's making very bad choices right now. I'm completely shocked about ghosting her only friend. At least I can finally start to heal. It feels like day 1 of quitting cigarettes or something. This is brutal. Update: I keep swimming through the ashes of my former life. I've been alone now for 19 days. I'm enjoying having the house to myself, but I keep getting triggered and it makes me sad. I keep hearing this Shine Down song 45. Whatever happened to the young man's heart? It got swallowed by pain as he slowly fell apart. I'm swimming through the ashes of my former life. No real reason to accept the way things have changed. My STBXW found out that I got my tax return and called me begging for money. My first comment was, "Oh, did you sign the divorce papers?" Of course not. She is living with a new monkey branch AP and she has the audacity to call me and ask for money. She's lost her mind. Update: first STD test was false positive. After my first STD test was positive for herpes and hepatitis B, I went to separate specialist. The infectious disease doctor said that my test results for herpes are the same as 90% of the population and quit taking medicine. The liver doctor ran 2 separate tests and both were negative for hepatitis A, B, or C. I'm obviously very happy about these results. I'm not sure what happened with the first test, but that's the results my lawyer knows about. My divorce is still months away. The first video court is the beginning of November. For reference, I'm at 9.5 weeks from D-Day. She is living with Monkey Branch affair partner 2 and still refuses to sign the divorce papers. I'm much better off now that she ran away, but I'm always sad instead of mad. Anyway, I love you all. I'll keep on trying, might as well. Update, went on a date and the place burnt down. WTF? I'm not superstitious, but damn. I went on a date for the first time since my STBXW ran away and the restaurant burnt down a few hours later. The date was horrible because it's way too soon and she could tell. I was talked into going out with her by everybody that I'm friends with. I'm sure y'all know the feeling of people saying stuff like just get back on the horse, etc. I don't know what to think about the fire or my lack of interest in dating. Am I crazy? Will I ever feel normal around potential companions? I'm so lost in life right now. Redditor's reaction story 2 after. Redditor 1, dang, is your ex-wife into voodoo? Op answer, not that I know of, but it feels like she is one of those half demons from Constantine. Redditor 2, fui. 1, least it didn't burn down while you were there. 2, conventional wisdom says recovery takes roughly a month for every year of the relationship. 3, conventional wisdom also says the first relationship after the failed real-time ship is for healing, and shouldn't be expected to last. Redditor 3, the fire isn't something to go off of. The feeling of not wanting to date, however, that is what you should go off of. Redditor 4, advice, be polite. Send her a message letting her know that she seemed like a lovely person if she did, and that you decided that the timing isn't right because you're still working through some things. You can even point out she probably sensed it, and thank her for the date anyway. Who knows what she's going through, or if she's trying to get back on the horse too and feeling like the date went awful because she just sucks. A polite after message will help ease that crash and burn and maybe keep the door open if someday down the road you're ready. Redditor 5, well, it probably isn't going to happen twice. Also, you need to take your time. Date someone you like when you feel ready. Don't let anyone pressure you before you're ready. Story 2, I 29 meters discovered my wife 27F online affair. I don't know if this is the right place for what I want to ask, but any help is appreciated. I've been with my wife for a few years. My wife is a stay-at-home mom with our 3-year-old child. I found the evidence of my wife's emotional affair by accident. I bought her a new phone for Christmas, and the old one got put away in a box with a bunch of other electronic stuff. Most people probably have a few old phones lying around somewhere. I wanted to try using the phone for some random apps, and to my surprise I found the history of my wife's online affair. It seems to have ended about a year ago. From reading everything and checking around, it seems as if the whole thing lasted for about 3 months, but it wasn't an affair the whole time. From what I gathered, a guy she knew in college contacted her through Facebook. There is no mention to a physical relationship or anything during college, so I don't know what the deal was exactly between them. It started off innocently enough, asking questions about life, work, family, trips, hobbies, etc., but after a few weeks it got very flirtatious and then moved on to S-timiting. My wife did participate and respond to the flirting and S-timiting, but he is very obviously the instigator and pushing it forward the whole time. I'm not saying this to defend my wife, but at least she did not start it, although what really hurt was that she did describe S-time acts and said how she thinks about doing these things with him. I have an active S-time drive and would easily do it with my wife every day, but we end up doing it about 4 or 5 times a week. So now I'm thinking she was probably fantasizing about this guy while she was with me. Now I get that people have fantasies, and I'm not going to lie and say I never fantasized about another woman, but knowing who it was specifically for her feels bad. I feel like if I found out she fantasized about an actor or someone like that, it wouldn't be such a big deal, but this just feels too personal and intimate, and I'm not sure how to feel moving forward. He starts getting more and more graphic and even sent her some photos. I take pride in the fact that I am taller, more muscular and bigger than him. She never responded to him with pictures, and she always seemed to pull back after he sent pictures. Eventually he suggests meeting in person, and then that was when she ended it. She spells it out to him, saying what they are doing is wrong. She loves me and her family and that this has to stop, and to never contact her again. I have to admit that the past year has been great. Maybe it's just because she feels guilty about it, and it seems like she has doubled down on being a better wife, mother, partner and friend when I could. I went through the devices and accounts she is currently using, and there doesn't seem to be any contact between them nor evidence for anything else to worry about. It seems like she's stuck to her guns. What I need advice on is how to proceed. Maybe I should confront her or keep monitoring discreetly because she doesn't know I know. What should I do? Redditors' reactions. Redditor 1. Confront her so she knows that you know. Also, please do not provide immediate reconciliation. That would not set a good example and never works out for the relationship. There should always be some consequence for this. This will act as a deterrent if such opportunities present themselves to her in the future. It seems like you are thinking of reconciling, but do not give it to her freely. Redditor follow-up, in other words if you are predisposed to reconciliation, do not let her know that this is your inclination. Do not let her know the source of your information. And do not give details of her affair. Make her think that you are going to divorce her over this. Make her think that it doesn't matter that she ended the affair. She chose to engage and encourage these cheating behaviors while she was home and you were out working to support your family. Get a DNA test on the kid. Let her know that you can no longer trust her. Make her write a journal covering every aspect and detail of this relationship. Tell her that you need to know everything, and if she leaves anything out, you will divorce her. How she reacts to all of your requests will give you a good idea on whether or not she genuinely feels remorse for her actions. You put your full trust in your wife. You chose to create a family with her, and this is how she repays you? Redditor 2. There's a type of power you may feel in knowing something that she thinks she's kept from you. Like you have an upper hand. Having said that, why would you protect her by keeping this secret? She's not facing any accountability. She's not doing anything to help you or reassure you. Doubling down on her wifely motherly duties is in her head. That's not owning what she did or showing remorse. Good for her that she ended this on her own accord, but she still cheated. She still lied. And she's choosing to continue lying to you every day. I would confront her. I would demand answers and honesty. And judging by her reaction, sincerity, and level of honesty, that would tell me how I would choose to proceed. It's time that she faces consequences for what she chose to do. Redditor follow-up, I'm not sure what op should, but I do want to say. It's not true that doubling down on her wifely duties is just in her head. Op said himself this year has been great partly because of how great she's been acting. So she has taken meaningful, tangible steps to improve the situation. Redditor 3, I'd get a post-nup put in place.